Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of the IRL podcast. Here we talk to people who run and own businesses, and we dive deep into what it really takes to make it all work. So no fluff, no sugarcoating, just real honest conversations with business people. So let's get into it. Come. So today
The same from the episode.
yeah, no, you can adjust it. Yeah.
Adjust the speed.
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys don't know, this is the LFG pod. Just a quick plug here, right? This is the LFG pod. This is the first ever podcast being recorded in the LFG pod here in Singapore, which is the number one and the only and the first automated podcast studio in the world, right? So it is the first truly automated podcast studio.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get into it. So I mean, we wanted to start I wanted to start a podcast talking about business. Cause
Okay,
I
no
think,
idea what we're talking about today.
yeah, but I got her into it, and I mean, who more apt to bring into the podcast as first guest as my own wife who runs
Wait, aren't we doing
businesses.
this together the whole way? I'm not a guest, right?
You are like a guest plus host. So today you are the guest, right? So I got to talk to you, right? Yeah.
It's obvious that we have not come up with the real structure. I didn't even know whether I was gonna be a host. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, I mean, who more apt to bring in other than my own wife, who is, if you guys don't know, she's a glimpse of Rachell, and she's an influencer, but at the same time she also runs businesses. Yeah, so I think one of the things that always, even like now, I still don't really know, like, you were doing quite well in your influencer stuff, doing pretty good with all your social media stuff. Then and then one day she told me, right, at a Hai Di Lao, she said, I don't really want to do influencer stuff really. I want.
Not that I don't want to do influencer stuff anymore.
She said, I want to pivot into business, right? Then
No,
was
I just told him I wanted to be a businesswoman.
yeah, and then like, why? Like, you know, why would you want to do that? You were doing very well, really, what?
I think so. At that point in time, I thought that like business will give me financial freedom in a way. I mean, if it's successful, but I did not notice how long and tough the journey to get to success would be. But yeah, I mean now we're learning lah. So at that point in time, I mean it was financial freedom, which is still my goal right now. I didn't want to keep saying yes to ads that I might not fully believe in. Not that I don't believe in all the ads that I'm doing right now, but then it's just that I just wanted to give myself even more wiggle room to be like, no, I don't want to do it. And it's just gaining, or I guess taking back the power of saying no, which I have been doing much more nowadays. So yeah, I just wanted my profile to be like real, and I just saw a lot of like people who are influencers and doing their own businesses. They have very committed audiences who truly believe in whatever that they share and they sell. So I want that kind of relationship and that kind of reliability and for my words to carry weight. Yeah.
So I mean, what you are saying is that you want the businesses that you want to do business so that business can give you some sort of financial freedom to basically do your social media in the way that you want to do your social
Yes,
media.
fully.
Oh.
But I mean, even though at this point in time, I mean, of course, our businesses are doing, they're honestly like not bad, but then.
So what are the businesses that
Oh,
you're
yes.
doing? Yeah, I mean,
So currently we have a pet carrier / lifestyle brand called Soycraft. So kind of like a mid-luxury pet lifestyle brand. And then we also have women's activewear brand called Gym Squad Active.
and do you like how do you even choose what businesses that you wanted to do?
Honestly, I feel like my two businesses were opportunities that I wouldn't say fell into my lap, but then it's like we actually, so for G Squad Active, we were already exploring what to do something, because at that point in time I said I wanted to do a business, and then he was like, what business? And I'm like, I don't know, I want to make things happen, I want to be a businesswoman. So I still don't even know what I wanted to sell at that point in time. But then he was like, okay, how about like women's activewear, like you can try it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's quite interesting. And I wanted to like make more content with like, you know, like wearing my own clothes and stuff like that. So that's why we started, or not started lah, we approached Germs, who is our other partner in Dream Squad Active, who was the founder of Dream Squad Active, to kind of like work together with her on Dream Squad Active, revive it. And then Soycraft was, I just randomly put like a IG story, and then I just said like I wanted to do a pet business. And that was when Vicky, who was the previous owner of and founder of Soycraft, decided to reach out to me, because she decided that she wanted to like not continue doing the business, and ideally pass it to someone who already loves the brand. So that was what happened.
Yes. So then how did this kind of like passing over happen? Like what entails like a passing over, for people who don't know like what that entails?
Okay, so I think for Dream Squad Active is more of like we join her in the business venture, so that's a little bit different. But when it comes to Soycraft, we acquired the brand, meaning Vicky's no longer part of the business. She is like completely hands off, and we are leading the business 100%. So she does not have a stake whatsoever. So that means that we brought over her existing stocks, like the inventory, the entire branding, the different accounts that she had, the ops, the everything, basically the systems that she already had in place and stuff like that.
So you must be doing quite well lah, right? To be able to buy over a company.
It's so weird that he's asking me that as if he doesn't know.
Yeah, but I mean, for people that don't know, right? Like how these kind of things work, right? I think a lot of people don't.
Actually, yes. I mean, in a way, I understand what you mean. As in, to have the, I think it's really a blessing lah, to have the money and the resources to be able to say that I acquired a brand and
Flex.
flex, yes.
Get it.
But I mean, it's like not something that everyone can say, like especially when you're in your 20s. Like you can't. You probably say you probably can say that you started a brand, but you probably can't say that you acquired a brand. Yeah, I mean, I've been very blessed in a sense lah. Yeah.
But then actually, why don't you start your own thing? Like why it seems like you're just like hijacking other people's business.
Oh, I love hijacking other people's businesses. So I am not a creative creator. I'm not, how do I say? I'm not someone that you can give me a blank piece of paper and ask me to draw something and I will draw something out. I'm someone who needs something that is already drawn on the paper and I improve it from there. So I'm not someone that can dream up something, but I can make your something better.
Do you feel like being someone like that you are less tell you off?
Yes, so I used to think that way because I was interning at an advertising agency, and then I thought like I'm like second tier citizen to all these creatives who can actually like from nothing make something. But I also realized that there is value in what I do, and I guess like also kind of like I feel it's like a gift from heaven, because it's like like God knows like my strengths, and He literally gave me opportunities based on the strengths that He has given me.
Yeah, I think I remember that time when you were also like talking to me about like, hey, I don't feel very creative. I feel like I only can improve on things, and I can't really like create like a thing by myself, like a true artist and all. But I mean, over the past few years, I mean read a lot of books, right? I mean I read a lot of books, so then I realized there's like different company need different type of people at different stages. So there will be like I was recently just talking to someone about it. There's like the 0 to 1 type founder, right? The person that really dreams up the brand and then comes up with, or like not even a brand, like even a business, they dream up a brand, they make it go from 0 to 1. And then there's the from 1 to 50, meaning like the people that can bring the idea, the small business idea that is somewhat viable, to build it to somewhat middle size, right? And then there's the people that can run big companies like from 50 to 100, right? And then manage big teams and all. I think that there's like a role for different people, and very rarely you can have someone who is like a 0 to 1 person that can generally go all the way up to the 50 to 100, unless they really grow and really learn along with the company lah.
I think I'm a 1 to 50 kind of business owner. I'm not someone who wants to make it huge. I think that's more of Isaac. Isaac is more like a 50 to
No, I don't think I'm a 50 to
1
100 kind of person. I can't deal with bureaucracy. I'm also a 1 to 50 kind of person, I think.
Really, man?
With a bit more 0 to 1, I feel.
No, I feel you are a bit more like, I don't know, like you always talk
I got big
about...
dreams, but doesn't mean that I can.
No, but I don't even have big dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for me, I don't even feel like there is no desire in my heart for my brand to be huge, unless you push me. You get what I mean? Like if you are not in my life, right, I will just keep it as where it is, earn whatever money I can, try my best to like maybe go overseas or whatever, but then it will not be something that I truly fight for and push for.
Meaning like you won't want to like scale it to something super big, just as long as it can feed itself or something.
I would want to, but then I wouldn't know how to, and I would not have the balls to do it, or like even take the step out to do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think for you it's like you will just go just try, you know, just go and make it bigger. It's so small, like it's like not earning that much money, then you're going to be stuck here, that kind of thing. But I'm just like, yeah.
But do you feel like most businesses or every business need to be able to scale, or do you feel like it's okay, like it's just this is my small-ish business, sustainable, and then it's okay kind of thing?
At where I am right now in life, I feel like I do want to make it bigger. Just because I feel that in Singapore's market, I mean, let's just talk about local versus international, right? Singapore's market is just way too small, and I don't think there is enough business to be done here.
Why would you say Singapore business is like the market is small?
Like okay, like for example, let's talk about Soycraft. Is like how many new people needs a new bag, like all the time, you know what I mean?
Not like you lah, like you buy a...
Yeah lah, I buy lah, but then like not everybody is like me what.
True.
So then if that's the case, then it will be tricky to continue a goods and service business, not service, goods business, unless you are doing things like, for example, I feel the things that you can actually earn money from in Singapore would be beauty services, because people have to keep coming back, and the thing is Singaporeans are rich enough to keep coming back.
Beauty services meaning like
your lashes. No, your lashes, your facials, your whatever, like
the self
love kind of I guess self hope
selling.
Like these are the types that would make money in Singapore, but the only thing is the rent lah.
Yeah, but why would you not do that? Like
not my passion lor.
Like
I cannot foresee because I see like a lot of the bosses, like for example you talk about like Kim Lim or like Gwen, they literally have the how to say, the passion for it. Yeah, they like, oh, you know, like Gwen's like super into lashes, that's why she decided to do the lash. But then for me it's like I'm not particularly interested in that, and I think because there's no passion there for it, right, then pursuing it would just be like for the money, which would be painful lah.
So do you feel like when someone that does business, the passion part is quite important, or is it? Do you think it's like not so necessary?
I think passion is very important
Okay.
because business is very hard, and if you don't have passion, then
Mm.
it's very easy to give up.
Yeah. Actually, why would you say business is hard? I think for most people they will think like, wow, do business means earn a lot of money, you know.
And this actually okay, the reality of owning a business is that most of the time, especially if you're first starting out, there is no money to be earned, there's no cash flow. You'll be putting in money constantly and there might not be any results. Then you have, for example, maybe let's say Soycraft. Soycraft is not a new brand, but it's still I would say a toddler kind of brand.
Yeah.
It's not baby, but it's a
Yeah.
toddler, maybe like 5 years old kind. This brand then can earn you some cash, but then it's so little that you cannot even compare it with whatever pay that you're getting, like maybe from my influencer job, for example, or maybe even doing a full-time job. Maybe I think cannot lah. Yeah.
But do you feel like because this is more like the trajectory of a product-based business?
Yeah, so that's what I have been asking myself. Like, is it just because it's just product-based business that is making things very hard? Because our market size is so small, then like how does, I don't know. I don't have the answers to that. I'm still thinking. Like whether it's.
But would
like,
you
I would
rather be doing a service-based business, like for example a beauty salon or
so
something, right?
the problem is I would not rather be doing that because
Okay.
I think I personally like a product-based business.
And what
And I
actually
enjoy
what
it.
part of the product-based business you like? I mean, you doing influencer stuff is service-based business, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a own service-based business.
What about product-based business that I like is I guess like the designing, the seeing things that can actually happen, the marketing that you will not be able to do marketing for service-based business.
I'm sure you can.
No, but it's a different kind. Yeah, like I like taking nice pictures and like I don't know, like yeah, so that's my kind of like joy lah. So I think that's why it's just my enjoyment. I like it.
Then, but yeah, I mean,
I think I just like advertising for products.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So do you feel like being influencer and during the time when you're influencer, you have like kind of like done like all this product advertising and it kind of piqued your interest and then you think like, hey, actually product is like is it kind of like the same way?
But I guess it's like I think it's not really about the work that I do lah. It's also about the product that I like. Right? Like the specific product that I like. Like for example, like I wouldn't say I love this facial and I mean yeah, like yes, of course I will say that I will always go back to that person and I will love that person and he has done great things for my skin. But then it's like I'm not so passionate about it. But then if let's say it's like a product that I really like a makeup product or like my own like Soycraft bag, then I can really say like wow, I love this so much and I'll use it every single day. But then for service business, it's not something that I am so passionate about that I can like wow, I love it so much that I will go like every week or something. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than this, I mean, you also ran Oracle Studios previously, yeah, and then I mean.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So I mean, Oracle was kind of like our studio space that we rented out. Yeah.
Business.
And how was your experience? And that's kind of like a real estate based business. You know what I mean? Like it's a service, but also more real estate based business. Why did you decide to close it?
Wow, that business was shit. I mean, okay, so like I think we were trying to price ourselves very competitively with people around doing photo studios and stuff, and we just realized that everyone is doing like this kind of like price war thing which wasn't really working for us, and then the maximum that we would earn maybe can earn very little most months. You break even, you're already very happy, which was the level we were at, which is very sad. And the worst part is, right, people have zero respect for your space, okay? Like, they don't care what kind of state they leave your studio in, no matter how clean you left it for them, right?
Okay, PSA. Please keep the LFG pot clean.
Yeah,
okay?
please.
Please.
If not, we'll close it down.
Hey, no, don't say that. It will
Just
not close
kidding.
it down. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there was just a lot of like maintenance that we had to do, and then at that point in time, cause like, you know, this is our new business and we didn't want to like incur more cost, right? We ended up cleaning, or rather he ended up cleaning it himself most of the time. And then it's like you go in and then like party, right? Then they just leave the freaking food over there. They leave their leftovers over there, and then sometimes they like wreck the walls. And then there was this one party where they literally destroyed the entire carpet. They spilled wine. We told them no shoes inside. They still wear shoes inside. They spilled wine all over. They step on the wine with their shoes, and then they step on the carpet with their freaking shoes, and then it's just like the whole thing was a mess. It was wrecked everywhere. Like, they dropped our lights and then it broke, and then like the curtain fell down. Then I'm like, why are we doing this to ourselves? So it was just such a torture lah, honestly.
Yeah,
Their business was terrible.
I remember it was like Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
would
had to
just
clean
not-
the trash.
I would just not, literally never recommend anybody to do this unless they are like earning truckloads and then like they can hire a part-time helper.
But
to,
do you
like,
feel
help
like
clean.
the pricing method?
I'm sure the pricing method lah, but then if let's say we were to charge more, then they will have more expectations, and then, you know, like, then it will just like, it will be a chicken and egg issue lah. So I think it just didn't work, and the rent was really high. The rent was so high. I can't wait. to
Honestly,
move out.
it's not that high. It's just that I think in Singapore it's generally quite high.
Yeah, I mean, Singapore's rental is just very high.
Recently, like I was talking to our friend Francis and Bob from
Yeah.
Francis stays in Hong Kong. Then I was like asking her, hey, how much is a commercial rental there in Hong Kong? And apparently it's like much cheaper than Singapore.
Oh,
like
really?
yeah, it's like half the price or something like that. Yeah. So I think Singapore is just not a very good place to do this kind
Yeah, I think Singapore is
of
just
business. Right?
not ideal, I guess, to do anything that requires property. And I think also like even for Soycraft, right, the things that we are selling is so bulky. People think it's very expensive. I mean, okay, honestly, I don't think it's very expensive lah. It's quite worth the money. But then if you say, yeah, it's so expensive, like I can go and buy from wherever and whoever. Number one, the quality is different. Number two, also that we are paying freaking rent in Singapore. I mean, if you want to wait for your bag and you wait for a stroller, then okay lah. Go and buy it from somewhere else. But then for us, it's like we still have to pay for the warehouse space, and we just our studio rental is finished, like our, what's that called, the lease is finishing up, so we are going to, we are looking for a new space to move into, which has been a pain, but thankfully we found a good space and hopefully it can fit everything that we have. I don't know, I am praying so hard because I don't know lah. I mean, the space is good, but then I guess it's like weirdly shaped, so
Yeah.
we're gonna see what we can do. But yeah, it's just a lot of like real estate costs that people don't see. That is already built into the product because there's no way that we can cover the cost just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, then I mean, in terms of like this kind of brands and all, right? Would you ever see like, or like want any of your this kind of product business brands to have like a shop, you know?
Have a shop.
Cause I think a lot of people like for example, I think it was like a thing when like Hydra opened their shop in Dhaka, and it's like, wow, you know, everybody's like, wow, they're doing so well.
Honestly, I don't know whether it's just for not about Hydra, but like I don't know whether opening a shop would just be for the, what's it called, honor, something for you to show off, or do you really need it?
But do you feel like there's something that is meaningful for you as a product business owner?
At this point, no. I think what's more meaningful is being able to earn an income from my business, and and succeeding. Because I think if you open a shop, there's still extra man hours that needs to go into manning the shop. And I refuse to do something else because it's like when I do my social media content and influencer, the fact that it needs my man hours already limits how much I can earn. And I don't want my business to also be something that limits how much, have a portion that limits how much I earn. Though I can hire people, of course but then I think it's just like at this point
It's the people management.
I don't see a need unless we are going overseas. Then the rental is cheaper, it makes sense. Maybe the people flow makes sense. But I think in Singapore it just doesn't make sense. Right? Don't you think so?
I mean, I think average rental for per square feet of a retail shop on a place that matters is like what, $15 to $20 per square feet. And then I did the calculation before lah. It's like, wow, how many we need to just sell 200 pieces of clothing to even like.
I mean, we're talking about active wear lah.
Yeah, like for example, you know.
Yeah, and then I think it's like a lot of like the landlords in Singapore, I guess they just don't care lor, right? To them, I just raise the price lah. I earn more, it's okay. But then the
So they got no real skin in the game unless and plus they got GTO, some of them. So then you will share a portion of your profit with them.
Yeah. So I think it's just very painful for local businesses to even operate. Maybe we should all just close down.
Hey.
You all just close down, the government will do something. Or maybe they just don't care. They just like, okay then I'll just bring in more overseas brands.
Yeah, but I think that's something we have started to see, right? Like there's a lot of like mainland Chinese brands and shops that are in like Orchard, like 313. The basement is everything is China. Even almost the whole 313 is almost
China, give me money, China. Kidding.
Yeah, but I think then it really pulls out. I mean, my own perspective is that it kind of like takes away what the local businesses can do. Of course, there are like good local businesses like Beyond the Vines and all that can do well, but like smaller setups like us, it's a bit harder lah, right? To even like innovate and even like get some brand awareness from walk-ins.
Yeah, and I think the problem also is that our like Singaporeans as clients or customers are not the best.
Why would you say that?
Because they're quite fussy and it's not like they spend a lot of money. It's like if you spend like $2,000 like from LV or Gucci, then fine lah, you can make noise. But then it's like you're not spending a lot of money. Then sometimes it's just like they're so rude that I'm just like, take your $200, I don't need this.
But I mean, customer is king ma.
Yeah lah, but then sometimes it's like I just think lah. Then it's like, why am I doing this B2C business? Maybe I should just do B2B.
But do you feel? But do you feel like it's because like you feel like the customer don't see the pain that you go through?
I feel they don't. But I mean, it's hard for them to see the pain that you go through also. If they are not a business owner, they will never understand, because I was like that also what. Like before I was a business owner, I also maybe some people might say that like I'm a fussy like customer. I mean, I'm generally nice lah, but then
is it
like I will obviously want my whatever I buy to be good ma. So it's only after I became like a business owner that I finally realized how difficult it is and have decided to cut everybody some slack.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I was already nice, but then it's like to cut them even more slack. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I used to be a bit fierce to some of the people that I buy the stuff from. Then now after I run a business, like, okay, it's okay, you can take your time to deliver to me. Oh, you deliver wrong, never mind, I don't mind. Not
it's like we just don't understand where people are at until you are like put in the position like, oh my god, it's actually so hard.
Yeah.
So I think, but then it's like you can't expect majority of Singaporeans to experience the business owner life. So I guess we will never get out of it.
Yeah.
We are born to be business. If we are business owners, you have
but
to
I guess
suffer.
I guess with the ability to earn an amount that is more than like
a salary worker,
like average
salary worker.
You kind of have to bear all these like things lah, right? Yeah. But do you think it's worth it?
at this point, I don't know. I don't see myself going back to being employed. Do you see yourself going back to being employed? He might. I don't know. But I don't see myself going back to being employed lah. So for me, it's like if I have to deal with all these like things that I don't like to deal with within the business, then I will just hire people to deal with it for me. Because if I lose patience or like I lose my temper, it's not gonna be good. Not that I don't. But then it's like if it's not worth my mental energy, then I will not deal with it. Yeah. So then I just try to hire people who can help me.
Or you assign your husband to do it.
I mean, you took it. I mean, you voluntarily took it up lah. But then, I mean, not that I'm blaming you for it. I'm thankful for it. But then it's like,
You ask
you
for it.
know.
Yeah, so I mean, then how? Actually, I think a lot of people ask me this question, which is like, how do you work with your spouse? Like, then there are a lot of people that tell me like, hey, you know, don't work with your wife. Like, never, you always then end up in divorce and all that.
I mean, we got fight lah. Right?
Yeah, but how's your experience like working with me? This is my appraisal today.
I mean, okay, I think it's like you are very easy to work with because you are a very responsible person. But I can imagine if, let's say, my husband was not a responsible person and I had to work with him, I think it will be terrible and we will quarrel a lot, you know, because you don't get shit done. Then that will be a problem lah. But and also another thing that I think we do is that we split the roles quite clearly. So it's like, though we get each other's opinions, like ultimately, like for example for Isaac, it's like he thinks like the Soycraft is like my brand. So he's like, I just decide lah sometimes. Which is annoying, but like okay, then it forces me to like step up.
You bought it.
And like do something about it or like make the decision, which is very, very tough. It's not easy most of the time. Yeah, but I guess forces me to grow up. Don't please stop saying that.
Let's say what?
It's a brand.
But I mean, it's true. I mean, the way we segregate the role is that you are.
Yeah, okay, anyway, yeah. So I think it's okay lah. We segregate the roles and then like we just deal with it lor. I mean, confirm will quarrel one lah. Just that with the segregation of roles, it doesn't cross. And if it doesn't cross, then it's not. It doesn't cause quarrels.
I think some people will like ask me, is it you like work is work, then when you go home, it's like different?
No. But I don't know whether it's healthy in the long run. I also don't know lah. We shall see where we go from here. Maybe after this, then like, fight no lah. But I mean, we don't, unfortunately, and we don't know where it will take us in future.
True, maybe we need couples counseling.
Yeah, maybe one day we will need couples counseling, but at this current juncture, we are alright. We are not.
Yeah.
We are still sleeping in the same bed, I guess.
Yeah, for I guess for context, basically, like we don't really kind of like set working hours. We sometimes just like.
Yeah, like if I got an idea that I obviously want to just like discuss it with you. Like I don't want to like tomorrow tell me at 9 AM, then I'm like, bro, I might as well hire someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, I think we are both used to it. Like the entrepreneurship life is like constantly. But sometimes when he can't disturb me, then I just like, I'm not ready for this right now.
Hey, you also like you always disturb me at the most like.
Yeah. Then after he will like, I'm busy, I'm working. Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you see like Soycraft, for example, going in the next few years?
Ideally, I want to expand it overseas, but I don't know how. And I want to try to push it towards being a B2B brand. Just because I feel.
What do you mean like B2B? I mean, obviously, the businesses need top carriers, pet carriers, right?
Why are you asking like a good host, you? As if you don't know the answer. Okay, but anyway, I mean, I think my main thing was just that like I was holding the B2C identity very, very strongly before that. But I mean B2C meaning like I sell it directly to customers, I'm at all the pet expos. But I mean, recently after talking to like a few like business owners and like gaining more insights and more experiences, I realized that it's actually I don't have to guard my brand so much to a point where I make it so like exclusive on. I mean, yes, we still uphold a certain brand image, but then I should be more open lah to like doing more B2B, meaning like other people will be the ones retailing my products instead of me, only me retailing my own products.
But like what made that change? Like what did the persons or whoever said that made you change your mind?
They told me they were very tired. That's why they decided to do B2B. I was like, shit, I'm tired too. I mean, okay, like I think one of the things was like doing Pet Expo for like 3 days straight. And it's actually really tiring because you're standing for like 10 hours straight, and it's not like you can go and sit down because you will feel bad for your part-timers. It's like they're standing and you're not, and obviously they want to stand because they are earning like commission, and yeah lah, it's just a very difficult position to be in lah. So you just bite the bullet and you stand, whatever you can do, you just do. But it was really bad, like in the sense that it was very, very tiring and draining those 3 days. I mean, maybe because I'm an introvert, it was like very draining for me. Like for me, it's like when I have a lot of like social interactions, my body just like heats up to a point where I get like very like, I don't know how to. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but basically I'm a computer that overheats. That's how I feel all the time. Like when I get into too much social interaction that I cannot take, then like I'll just heat up, and then like I just don't know how to like let it go unless I just chill, like I just go and stone. So anyway, yes. So that 3 days was just very, very, very tiring. And then I'm just thinking to myself, like the amount of money that we earn, it's just not. I mean, it's worth it, but then it's not worthy enough to. Like, how can we make this even bigger and not have to work this hard?
I see.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking like, how can we expand towards like doing B2B more? In the sense that like someone else will be carrying our brands, or like more places will be carrying our brand and making the sales instead of us making the sales ourselves. But we maybe can focus on like branding or like whatever lah. Yeah. Like, you know, like McDonald's, everyone got franchise. I know that I'm expanding franchises, but then it's like you just have to focus on branding.
Just more touch points, more points of more sales channels lah. And like someone else, like instead of selling to every single customer, you're selling to someone who
will sell it
helps to sell
many people, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, also it's also very, I don't see how to expand overseas at this current point. That's also one of our pain points, or like my pain points, is that I don't see how we can do it, because obviously the shipping is going to be really expensive.
Like directly lah.
Yeah, seeing how like not just directly, as in like even when we want to send it to the businesses, or like if let's say we want to take the chance for a business to do like, I don't know, consignment or whatever, it's gonna be a huge cost still. And even if we do like expos overseas and stuff, like I don't know how the shipping fees and everything is gonna work lah. So that's gonna be
but that comes with like your product business, is all the logistics, is all the
and also the amount of capital that is required to actually make this whatever moves you want to make, whether it's to make a new bag in a new color, a new bag in a new size, or you just want to like do Pet Expo overseas. All these are like so much more extra cost, tens of thousands at one go, and like people don't really see it. They just, oh, can I have pink please, you know? So it's like,
true.
It's very hard lah. It's really very, very hard. Not that I'm blaming our customers, because I appreciate like their input, but then sometimes it's just like, I wish I could make a pink bag for you too, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I think it's really, really doing business not easy lah.
Yeah.
But what would then be the goal, I guess, for I mean Soycraft, you were saying like you want to bring it overseas and all, but where do you hope to get it in the next 5 years, let's say?
I think ideally, I mean, just speaking from like being realistic, I think it's just more of like the countries that I think okay lah. So like I just have a few concerns that like goes through my head also. Is like if let's say we were to branch into places or like economies where or like markets where like they already have a lot of small dogs, which is like your Korea, your Taiwan. These countries also have their own brands and there are a lot.
Mm.
So like how then do you go and compete with them?
Mm.
And then also like but I mean ideally I would want to then to still try lah. Or maybe even like Malaysia. I think that's my first step would probably be like Malaysia. Then at least we can just drive the truck or something. I don't know. Like maybe have like a service where you know they can just drive the things over and it's not so expensive. Then okay, then it makes sense. But then at this point in time, it's like if you're talking about like other like Korea and Taiwan, then I don't know. It'll be a bit tough. But ideally, Asia first, because though I would love to expand to like Europe and USA, I feel like there's not a lot of like
Terrace.
I mean yes, terrace and also got not a lot of small dogs there. They like more big dog centric.
Yeah.
Which okay lah, I mean I understand lah, they got coyotes, like dude, your small dog gonna get eaten by coyotes so easily, man. So that's the problem also.
Yeah. You were saying that you want to pivot because not really fully pivot, but like you want to do businesses so that it can give you sustenance to do the content that you want. Do you feel like it's actually like looking like it's gonna work out?
What if I said no? Then we sell Soycraft? No, I'm kidding. I don't know if it will be from the product businesses that we do. Yeah. At this point lah, I still don't see it. Though I manifest it and every single day I tell myself that it will succeed. But then I think like realistically speaking, I really don't know how it will happen unless like miracle happen and she just open the doors wide open. Yeah. But at this point, I think I am at a point in my life where I really don't care if my income drops. I mean, yes, I care, but then like to a certain limit lah. Yeah, so there are a lot of things that I will still say no to because I mean, enough is enough. Yeah, I don't have to keep. I don't know. Maybe I should just live my life as if I really achieved it. Then it will happen.
It's like manifesting, right? Yeah. Actually,
say no to all of you. No.
don't say.
Just kidding lah.
Yeah, but I think it's very important what you mean, right? Like really protect your peace.
Yeah,
protect
correct.
your what you think you wanna be, you know.
So today my mom told me that there are a few people who told her that not that a few people told her. One person had told her, but then she also noticed that I'm a nicer person now.
Then when?
Then last time, so apparently someone told her that I'm a nicer person now compared to last time. Which I completely agree. Because like when I was doing social media full time, only social media, with that lack of like alternative income in mind and my whole mind just thinking about like hustling and my income and like earning more money, I just didn't have the time, the energy, the heart to be there for anybody, including him. Like I just like didn't even have time to like, don't tell me to go outside, you don't tell me to go and eat. Like it's just not in my head. Like cook, what is cooking? No, like I rather starve than to like cook something for myself, that kind of thing. So it's like I just in that whole mentality where it's just very unhealthy for me, and I feel that I also neglected being a people person that I could have been better. Yeah.
So do you feel like most influencers have this problem, or is it just
maybe it's just me because I feel that I put a lot of pressure on myself to like work hard and maybe I take like the working hard as like an honor. Yeah, like I'm like, yeah, I work 10 hours, what about you? That kind, you know? But now I'm just like, whatever lah. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so I think I that's something that I also learned this year lah. Like as I try to like be a bit more chill and calm down, don't think so much about like money and earning more money and more money. And like taking time to rest and protecting my peace most importantly, because last time I just go for like events all the time and it just drained me so much. So now it's just like I go for a few, but then when I go for those few, I get to talk to people properly and I am present, I am there. Yeah.
What do you feel about like the what do you see? I mean, people in the media industry now, in the social media, new media industry. Where do you think the industry is going now? Actually, like how is the industry doing?
Huh?
Like I mean, being someone in the social media industry, do you feel like it's something, because I mean it started like with a bang and so many like influencers and all. Do you feel like it's something that is sustainable with what it was?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, I think it will fall.
For
Like in terms of like brands being willing to pay us certain amount, might fall. But I don't know. It's like,
are you seeing that trend already or not really?
I mean, the only thing is maybe I'm seeing trends of it falling, but also because it's like at some point I was doing really really well.
Okay.
Not that I'm doing badly now, but then like, I was doing super freaking well. And then like maybe that my peak period is over. Then I feel that every single person or every single influencer has that peak period.
Okay.
You know? I mean that's my own guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe someone is actually earning so much, like still consistently. But there's also that burnout that you have to like deal with and stuff like that. Then you might want to like take it slower, take it more chill, maybe have like other, I don't know, priorities. But I don't know, I think people will still hire the people who are still relevant now. But it's like, how do you stay relevant constantly?
Is that like very tiring to stay relevant?
Yeah, it's tiring. It's so tiring. Like, people think like consuming social media is like a fun thing, but it's a chore to me.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's very sad because it's like my
Like you
job.
like taking photos and all.
Yeah, but then I don't like consuming for the sake of like finding things to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And even if you ask me to consume now, I still think it's a chore because it's natural that my brain would go to finding things that I can do, which tires me out even more. So there's actually no point in me scrolling social media. Like to me, social media is I scroll already, I also feel tired.
But do you feel like it's really because you feel burnt out, or is it like in just a phase? And if you don't feel burnt out, then is it something that is bearable or like you?
But I don't think it's a. I mean, but I honestly think it's just a me thing. It's not like that every single creator would face this way and feel this way. But maybe it's also like me redirecting my like direction in content and getting to understand that like what actually works for me and my audience isn't what I think works, in the sense that like I need to do all these trends, I need to I don't know, like find things to do, like do lip syncs, post every single day. I think it's like something is changing that like people are not interested to see like you all the time sometimes. Sometimes your absence will make them miss you. I don't know. That's what I think. So it's like, you know, they just look forward to more. And then I think also like for me it's just I feel my strength isn't in like doing all these like trends and stuff, cause they never ever go viral and I can see the views are damn shit. So it's like, why am I still trying? Cause anyway I don't enjoy it and I think people can tell also.
Yeah. I also don't think you should do.
Yeah. Good job. Yeah, so lah, but I mean I think it's like at this point it's like I don't think I will continue lah. I will just do more of
continue
like
meaning like continue to...
As in like I will do more content that is more like me and more heartfelt, more on the go. Cause I know that like a lot of people like, oh, you know, like I plan out my content, so like I like every single day I have something to post or whatever. But then I think I'm at that stage. I have already passed that stage and it's like it drained me out. So now I'm at a stage where I'm on the go and I just like if I feel it's relevant and I thought of something good, usually it actually the stats also not bad. Yeah. So I think I'm more on the go with the flow now. Yeah.
So I think that is concludes our first episode of IRL podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Amazing episode by our very lovely, very beautiful, extremely beautiful wife.
You said
my wife. Yeah, but yeah, we're hoping to do more of this. My passion is actually now that I realized is in business, and I really enjoy like even listening to other people's perspective and learning from people, including my own wife. That's why.
My wife.
So yeah, see you in the next episode.
Bye.